Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, today we begin a beautiful and enlightening journey together, exploring the timeless wisdom found in the words of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In this first episode, we delve into a topic that touches every core of our lives, the virtue of marriage and self-restraint, which will help us navigate life's most important decisions with clarity and purpose. In a world where temptations are abundant, the words of our beloved Prophet Muhammad serve as a guide for youth and elders alike. In this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ addresses the young men of his community, offering them a powerful message to marry if they are able and to fast voluntarily if they are not, as a way of shielding themselves from immorality and preserving their purity. Let's begin by reflecting on this wisdom-filled hadith, narrated by Abdullah bin Umar radhiyallahu anhu. قال لنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يا معشر الشباب من استطاع منكم الباءة فليتزوج فإنه أغض للبصر وأحصن للفرج ومن لم يستطع عليه الصوم فإنه له وجع رواه البخاري ومسلم. O group of young men between age 16 to 40, youth is a plural of young men. Whoever among you can afford to get married, meaning the expenses of marriage, ability to have intercourse with a spouse, and a home and a dowry, let him do so to reduce his desire. For getting married brings piety that serves as a reason for lowering the gaze and protects the private parts from falling into immorality. And whoever cannot afford it, let it fast. By fasting will be a shield from him. It will break his desire, keeping him chaste, and protection from various forms of devilish acts. This hadith is done by Bukhari. And so this is from the hadith. Hadith number 1, empowering the youth, a call to leaders and elders. تمكين الشباب نداء إلى الطاعة والشرك. Religious leaders and elders bear the responsibility of guiding the youth by offering love, support, and mentorship. By educating and motivating them, they help steer young people toward fulfilling lives, away from harmful temptations and towards their obligations in society. Bankihul ayama means married or unmarried among you and the righteous among your male slaves and female slaves. If they should be poor, Allah will enrich them from his bounty, and Allah is all-encompassing and know. يَكُونُ فُقَرَاء يُغْنِهِمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَاللَّهُ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ. Number 2, let's say, encouragement of marriage for capable youth. تشجيع الزواج للشباب القادر. Islam strongly encourages young people who are able, both financially and emotionally, to get married, as it helps guard them, their chastity, and protect their modesty. Number 3, marriage between opposite sex only. الزواج بين الجنسين فقط ممنوع المثلية الجنسية والاستثناء. Islam clearly states that marriage is between a man and a woman. Same-sex relationships and masturbations are forbidden, as they go against the natural order of creation. When Allah created Adam, he gave him from his rib his wife Hawa. In Islam, same-sex marriages is the footstep of Shaitan, and Allah has warned against following the footsteps of Shaitan. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان وما يتبع خطوات الشيطان فإنه يأمر بالفحشاء والمنكر. All you who have believed, do not follow the footsteps of Shaitan, and whoever follows the footsteps of Shaitan, indeed he commands immorality and wrongdoing. Number 4, sexual intercourse permitted only in marriage. لا يجوز الجماع إلا في إطار الزواج. Physical intimacy is allowed only within the bounds of marriage, ensuring that the relationship is both lawful and blessed. Any sexual relationship outside this is adultery. Number 5, husband responsibility for provision of a marriage. مسؤولية الزوج عن الإنفاق في الزواج. The mention of highlights the husband's duty to provide for the wives in terms of housing, food, clothing, and other necessities. Number 6, lowering gaze and fasting to avoid temptation. غض البصر والصيام لتجنب الفتن. For those who are not able to marry, lower the gaze and fast voluntarily they are prescribed as protective measures against falling into temptation. Number 7 lesson: modest dressing for Muslim women to prevent zina. الزي المحتشم للمرأة المسلمة إن وقاية بنفسه. Muslim women are encouraged to dress modest to avoid unnecessary attention that would lead to temptation and sinful behavior. Number 8. Youth and elders are advised to avoid temptation. ينصح الشباب وكبار السن بالتجنب الإغراءات. While this hadith emphasizes the youth, the message applies to all, remaining vigilant against temptations regardless of age. Number 9. Marriage as a safeguard against vices and sexually transmitted disease. الزواج كحماية من الرذائل والأمراض المنقولة الجنس. Marriage is seen as a means to protect oneself from the spread of immorality. Diseases like chlamydia, gonorrhea, hepatitis B, HPV, HIV, and an illegitimate fostering a strong, healthy community. Number 10. Patience in meeting marriage requirement. الصبر في تلبية متطلبات الزواج. Those unable to meet the financial or emotional requirements of marriage should be patient and trust in Allah to provide them the means in due time. فَلْيَسْتَعْفِفِ الَّذِينَ لَا يَجِدُونَ نِكَاحًا. That ayah. And let those who do not find the wherewithal to marriage keep themselves chaste until Allah enriches them from His bounty. Number 11. Importance of skill and livelihood. أهمية المهارة والمعيشة قبل الزواج. Young men are encouraged to develop skills and a stable livelihood before seeking marriage, ensuring they can support their families with honor and dignity. Number 12. Permissibility of marrying 2 or more women. جواز الزواج بين امرأتين أو أكثر في الإسلام. In Islam, man who has the ability or desire to marry 2 women at a time may date and marry them simultaneously. Ummuna Sauda and Aisha were both suggested by Khawla with Hakim to the Prophet to fill the gap created by Khadija radhiallahu anha, and he married them both. Sauda to cater for the family and manage the household, and Aisha, a virgin who will mend the broken heart and serve as a way of strengthening the relationship between the Prophet and our father Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. So lastly, 13, the importance of supplication for a life partner. أهمية الدعاء لشريك الحياة. In Islam, it is very important to pray before starting a big life journey like marriage. We should ask Allah to provide us with a partner whose heart is like a garden full of sweet smelling flowers, so our journey together will be happy and blessed. And we should always pray that Allah keeps us away from a partner whose heart is full of venom that will bring pain and make life hard and difficult and miserable. May Allah protect us from that, I mean. So what other lessons can you derive from this hadith? Let me know in the comment section. As we reflect on the virtue of marriage and self-restraint, it's clear that marriage is not just about fulfilling desires. No, it's about building a foundation for a healthy, balanced faith. Hence, the values of our faith. But when it comes to choosing a spouse, what should one prioritize? In our next episode, we will explore choosing a spouse. 4 qualities to consider. We will discuss another enlightening hadith that gives us, guides us on what qualities we should seek a spouse to ensure a lasting blessed match. Stay tuned as we uncover the wisdom of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, selecting a partner for life. Allah guide us on straight path. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi